Hello and welcome to a review of a 911 operator developed by Jutsu Games and published by PlayWay S.A. And the 911 operator is you're basically running a 911 service where you need to manage and kind of strategize how you send your emergency service police cars, ambulances, fire trucks, helicopters around the city and deal with different accidents, crime, etc. You also have to respond to the 911 calls yourself and choose proper answers and what you want to send in there and all of that. And it's a really nifty, cool game. It features a career mode and a free game mode. Although the career mode is basically the same maps as in the free mode, but it just gives you a reputation and point cost to unlock the next one. But you can actually play all of these cities in the free mode as well if you feel like, and just ignore the reputation unlocks, unless you really just want to unlock these. But yeah, it's literally the same. I was kind of disappointed in the career mode myself. I was expecting there to be like a city-specific events for the cities in there, like Chicago and San Francisco, and all of these. But what I played, it didn't seem to have any difference really than the just the free play mode, which actually kind of makes the career mode useless, but makes the free play mode a lot more interesting. And this is where really the meat of the game is, the free game mode, because this game features a really awesome map system that allows you to basically play almost any city in the world. And it's not even just saying that, like in some games you can play almost any city in this game. You can literally play almost any city in this game, as it uses map data from an OpenStreetMap service and converts that into your gameplay map, and also downloads road names and stuff like that from the service, which does allow you to play almost any place you want. Like here I have a lot of cities from around the world, some Swedish, USA, or is it Kazakhstan? I think Ankara was there. Atlantis is up in the US. Batman from Turkey, Germany, and all over the world. Here some Finnish, Helsinki, Kemi, and all of these Tokyo, Kyoto, from all over the world. And it's this easy. You just type your city name here. Let's try Rovaniemi. It's where the Santa Claus lives in Finland, basically. And just download the map. It gives you this nice 911 emergency guide to look at meanwhile. And then you just have here's Rovaniemi, and it's the actual map of Rovaniemi right there. Or any other cities. We could just go. We have Moscow already. Let's try Sheffield. And then it gives you different options. If there is multiple places in the world named Sheffield, for example, like there seems to be one in UK where I've actually been myself, and then a USA here, and we're going with a UK version. You just choose which one you want to download, and you can of course download both if you want. And yeah, here's map of the Sheffield. Some of the bigger maps we tried, like Vancouver and New York, take a bit longer to download because there's lots of data and lots of roads and lots of things on those maps compared to like smaller Rovaniemi or whatever backwoods city you might be playing on. Let's jump to the game. There's also a city of the day that switches around, and you can play the city of the day if you feel like. But on the other hand, all the cities are basically the same, other than the road layout and all those, and size of the city. Events are the same regardless of the city, so there's no regional events or anything like that, at least not currently in the game. So you get people calling in their southern US accent or whatever, even if you're not in that part of the world. Yeah, let's just click on the Sheffield there, and we'll do a Sheffield here. Also, the size of the city and population seems to affect your starting setup. So in a small city, you only have few police cars and ambulances and stuff like that. In a big city, you have a lot more, and also a lot more staff, a lot more everything as you start. So this is your resources and squads and shops area. So in the middle here, we have our police. So we have is it 6 police? 5 police. One of them is actually a police car, bike. And then a couple of vans. Then we have some ambulances and a helicopter, and then some fire trucks and a technical truck as well for dealing like with fallen trees and stuff like that. And then you have a shop here where you can buy new gear for your emergency services, police, helicopters, and bikes and things. So same things you have in here, but you can gear them up as you earn some more money. More staff. People can get wounded in the line of service, line of duty. So you might need some more people if you, for example, have here a SWAT squad vans full of people and then they get wounded and I don't actually have any replacement. Now we could hire a couple more. And then you just drag these between here into the cars. You're gonna give them equipment, which we don't have at the moment. You can also buy some equipment. There's guns, bulletproof vests, first aid kits, and things like that. And it works the same way. Just buy a rifle and deck out your SWAT squad and first aid kits and stuff like that. Getting like first aid kits and technical tools allows your police or different services do tasks that they normally couldn't. For example, first aid kit with the police will actually allow you to treat injured people that you normally need an ambulance with, and same with the technical tools allows you to clear out technical problems like fallen trees and stuff like that. And you're gonna switch them around between services. Also, you can speed up like healing for the medical if you have extra first aid kits, and it's a quite nice system. I wish there was a bit more equipment that you could deal with, and same with even more vehicles. Would like to see like boats as well, because there's a lot of water-based cities in the world on the coast and rivers and stuff like that. So it would be nice to have like a service for that as well available. But I understand why it's not also in the game. But yeah, let's start with this Sheffield duty. And you're thrown into this map here. You can see it at the beginning here. There's the road layout. You can see it. And actually the road actually works pretty well also. You can see, for example, here. It might be difficult to see on the video, but you can see that there is actually a bridge over this, I guess, highway there. And you do actually have to go around here over the bridge, and you can just make a turn there. So it actually reads the map data pretty well from the real-life maps. It also places hospitals and fire stations and police stations. Pretty much, at least from my experience, what I had with the Finnish cities, that it was where they are supposed to be also. And it's actually pretty cool. Some of them were kind of wonky, but in most cases they were where they were supposed to be, which is really nice. And this is basically your deployment here, so you can switch around like where you want to start the day with different emergency services. Usually I like to kind of split them around so that I have a good coverage all around the city, which of course is kind of strange in a real world situation. But as a game, you kind of want to have a quick response all around the city. This city is actually really big. I just realized, even though I've actually been in Sheffield, but this map is massively huge. And then you just start the duty. There's a timer speed up here, your cash, your resolved reputations, and then you get these new incidents popping up. Like there's a red light offense here, and it's a blue one, so you need to send your squad car, and this is one of your teams. You could also make some more teams. I didn't show that in the start menu. You can actually, if you buy more vehicles, you can add more teams with those vehicles, and they correspond to these. So he's going to respond with this event, and we have a call. So we'll answer this.
What's your emergency?
Hello? There are some guys here fighting. Can you do something about it?
Let's ask some questions.
There are 2 of them.
Can you give me a precise address of the incident?
Yes, of course. It's at...
And these addresses are from real life addresses. The number is whatever, but I think the road name is correct.
Is anybody injured?
I don't think so. They've just started and they're mostly shouting and pushing each other.
Did you see if they had any weapons?
One of them picked up some kind of club.
Let's try to calm them
Maybe
down.
it's possible to calm them down. Do you think you could do that, ma'am?
I could try. What should I do?
You could tell them that the police are on the way, and if they don't stop, they're going to get arrested.
Hey! You! Stop fighting! The police are on the way! I don't know if they didn't hear me or they don't care about the police, but they're still fighting.
I'm sending emergency services right now.
Thank you. Bye.
So that's how you choose different options in a incoming call, and there is wrong answers in that as well. There's also really trolley calls, just calling for a pizza service, and people who have forgotten where their car is, but they call that, oh no, our car was stolen, and things like that. And you need to respond to them. Time is slowed down when you're answering a call, but you still control, like you probably saw there me sending a already response in there while that was happening. So you can kind of preemptively set people in there. You can also see from the icon here that there is a need for a medical and also from a medical and fire service. The building is on fire, so we need to deal with those. And we have another call.
911, what's your emergency?
Help! My kitchen is on fire!
What's on fire?
Oil in the frying pan.
Let's cover it with a damn towel.
Okay, I want you to stay calm. Carefully cover the fire.
Don't throw
with
water
a
in there.
towel.
Okay.
Ma'am, are you there? Taking a long time to answer.
Yeah, I guess everything's fine. Thank you.
No problem, just doing my job.
Bye.
So some of them, if you answer correctly, they can deal with the situation themselves without you having to send services in there. Also, you can see this address bar here. It slowly fills as you have the call open, and you get the address where it happens, like here, but we can ignore that. If you forget, for example, to ask for an address, you have to wait for that to happen. It might be too late to respond by that time. So doing a proper discussions is very important. You sometimes need to give CPR instructions and just calm them down and kind of get them give the information and do the things as they should be.
911, what's your emergency?
There's a strange car.
I'll just ignore this one for the sake of the time. So let's pause that. But yeah, this is pretty much the game. You respond to these different random events here and there. Set up cars, wait for them to drop down suspects and patients, and deal with the fires, and respond to calls, and then set out more people. And those events are actually really fun. There are some really funny ones in there, and also really annoying ones, and you just want to facepalm about the stupidity of people. But it's a really cool game. It's kind of interesting how it's done with these random maps, not random maps, but real life maps from anywhere you want in the world, and then having the roads and the emergency services spread around in the right location. It's a really cool like idea for a game, and I wish more games would do the same map thing. It's really awesome done. But as I said, those events there is not that many of them, but they repeat very quickly, and I wish a lot more of those would be added in there. Also, some of the events repeat very often, and they don't seem to have more than one option in them. But some of the events, even though it's the same event, same call, there is a couple different options. Like that frying oil on fire, just we got. That was actually the first time I've heard the oil option in that, and previously times, like 5 times before, it's been a kitchen counter on fire, and on that I had to use an extinguisher to put out the fire, and in most of the cases the fire did actually get put down with the extinguisher, but one of the times it didn't, so I had to send a fire department there, and this time it was the option with the frying oil, and using an extinguisher or water on that is not a very good idea, and the whole house would be burning down in that case, and you would have to send a fire department, but instead throwing the damn towel was the correct choice in that. So it's really cool in that way. And there is also some funny calls, like the game developers calling the emergency services and asking for some information because they're doing a game in this style. So yeah, but I highly recommend this game, even though it gets very repetitive very quickly. It's pretty fun for at least a while when you're playing your home city, because you know like what is like this area here, and you know the roads, and oh, these students living in this area, that must be them causing the loud noise there, and loud partying and all the drug usage and fun stuff, even though of course it's just randomly generated, but the events are random generated and randomly placed. Doesn't really have a real life crime data or anything like that, but it's a really cool small game, and I highly recommend checking it out. But as I said, it does repeat very quickly, and hopefully it gets more content. And also, there is no like city-based or region-based any kind of events or data like that. So it's same events wherever you are in the world. So that's kind of annoying, but understandable why it's done that way. But yeah, I definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, thank you for watching this review of the 911 operator. And if you like this review, check out the other reviews, content on the YouTube channel, and check out the live stream on nar.tv or twitch.tv/planar, where I live stream many builder strategy management games every day. And I'll see you guys next time, so bye bye.